Begin things at the 40-yard line.
Come on, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Pick drop by Jalen Johnson.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Here we go. Ready?
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He completes it to Tate. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
Touchdown! It's complete. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one swung out to Williams. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, 31 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. On the return is Cohen. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean,
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Big hold of the 30, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On first down, Fields. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Fields now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well,
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here comes Cohen. Escapes the defender. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At their 48-yard line.
Here's Fields. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet Just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate there to make the grab. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. 20, 10. again, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And out a little across the 25 to the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action. It's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robbins, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Burrow on play action. Flush to his right. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down. Here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Joseph Osai in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run with Mixon, and I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at
the 14-yard line. Fields. And Graham's got it. Complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Fields on 3rd down. It's complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
1 play action. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now let's see what his offense can do. Oh, he shifts past him.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Burrow.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Connecting with Mixon.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw, Burrow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Throwing, Burrow.
Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Now Burrow.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.